8 schools remain closed as a result of COVID-19 positive cases. Confirmation came on Monday from the Ministry of Health. Khrystal Wilson tells us even with these schools closed, the date for the 2020 secondary entrance assessment exam remains unchanged.
More schools have been ordered closed by the Ministry of Health as COVID-19 positive cases continue to increase. TTT News received confirmation from the Ministry of Health that the number of schools shut down because of COVID-related cases now stands at 8. With ongoing contact tracing to zero in on COVID-19 related infections, Chief Medical Officer Dr. ROSHAN PARASRAM said any further decision regarding the nation's schools rests entirely with the Ministry of Education.
We're close to 9 or 10 schools so far. I asked my epidemiology unit, Dr. Nandra Monday, to actually give me a figure because I recognized 2 other schools were closed this morning. So it is close to 9, I believe. But I will get a definite figure back to you if I can.
Ministry of Health officials said giving a definitive figure of those possibly exposed to the virus at the schools that have been closed was a bit of a challenge.
Under normal circumstances, one individual may have 5 or 6 really close primary contacts, and each of those in turn may have around the same number. So with each ring outwards that we move, we have an additional multiplicative factor.
While the August 20th SEA date remains, the Trinidad and Tobago Unified Teachers Association has called for the immediate closure of schools. In a release from Tutor, the union's president, Antonia De Freitas, suggested that the Education Ministry facilitate online classes in preparation for the exam. It was also rumored on social media this past weekend that there was a change to the Public Health Ordinance, alluding to a later start date for the new academic year. During the Health Ministry's virtual press conference, however, Health Minister TERRENCE DEYALSINGH said there appears to have been an error which will soon be rectified.
Apparently, there was an error made as far as schools, when schools are to be opened. It was an oversight, and we will be fixing that. So rest assured that we'll be working with the Ministry of Education to correct this oversight, and we do apologize for it.
Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley said at a press conference last Friday that health officials will continue to observe the results from COVID-19 contact tracing over the next few days, after which he will give an update on a decision about the SEA exam. Prime Minister Rowley is expected to make a statement at a press conference on Wednesday. Khrystal Wilson, TTT News.
And we're just in from officials at the Ministry of Health is that there are now 11 schools that have been closed as a result of COVID-19. Communications Minister Donna Cox is reminding members of the public to adhere to COVID-19 public health guidelines. Minister Cox, during Monday's Ministry of Health virtual COVID-19 update, said the virus is no joking matter, especially as the COVID positive cases are increasing in this country. And with 1 week before the general election, Minister Cox asked political parties to refrain from violating COVID-19 rules meant to protect the population.
To political parties that are campaigning, let us be responsible and lead by example. Even as we prepare for general elections, do remember we should not be organizing large groups of persons to walk around neighborhoods, and this provides the perfect condition to spread the virus and lead to an outbreak.